Hopefully, that's the last of the cat stuff I have to deal with. Hopefully, because we need to get to some football and pretty much everything except one game as yet. That, well, not yet, but has ended. And as per usual, I still need to calculate the delay. So, let's see what we got here. As we are officially closing in for our chosen evening game. We're finally doing an evening game, everyone. It's the Washington Commanders, who are 500, still without Jaden Daniels. But they do have enough healthy people to try to stay competitive if they can. And they're going up against the Los Angeles Chargers, who finally lost their first game of the season against the Giants of all teams. And you may have noticed that this time around, I actually added an LA underneath the logo because the logo doesn't actually take up that much space, so I needed something to help fill it out a little. So I just added that in there to make sure it fills up the slot. Well, I didn't exactly time my delay correctly, but hopefully it's not too bad. It's usually on average with the settings here about half a minute. Let me see if there should be a way for me to. There should be something for me to use to help. Alright, let's test it with. Since it's Commander's AB, let's test it with their score bug. Let's see how likely it is they'll be fine. Well, I don't know what I'm even talking about at this point. I just need to make sure to test and see how the delay is. I've gotten to where I'm having to do this every stream because, well, delays make no sense for some reason. Sometimes it goes one way, sometimes it goes another way, and it's already exceeding half a minute. Go figure. Of course, it would exceed half a minute. And it's looking towards maybe a minute. Seems like, man, this is gonna be a lengthy delay, isn't it? I don't even have that much stuff running. And the settings are just about the same. I don't see why. Okay, so it's about a minute delay. Well, that sucks. Really hope I could have found a better way to fix it, but oh well. I've tried. But we're still gonna cover this anyway because the game itself is gonna be on delay on my end anyway. I swear, the delay is so inconsistent. It's like so inconsistent nowadays. Okay, that actually wasn't as bad of a delay as I thought it was. So it is about the usual. I just had to refresh for some reason. But I'm just waiting for one game to end. Then there's been some shocking stuff, to say the least. That said, there have been some interesting stuff. Panthers are actually e- looking to be somewhat competitive in some ways. they got their second win of the season. Yes, their second win of the season. You heard that right. So it is starting to get close to time for me to actually tune into. And we're probably about to see another undefeated team fall. I ain't gonna be happy about it, but I'm not gonna be surprised about it because it's been the same old story. Oh, we finally got that one done, apparently. But seriously, I people are surprised that refs blew it in a critical moment. Not like the refs are MVPs. I've been, I said, I said in my predictions, Broncos Eagles was gonna be a close game, where the refs are gonna be the MVPs. I've said it time and time again. That's what it's gonna be. And did anybody listen? Well, maybe the diehards didn't listen. But I'm sure people who understand where I'm coming from know what I'm talking about. But it looks like Commanders Chargers is about to get underway. So it's about time I tune in. I know no stuff won't be available to me. This is the one I want. Here. Commanders Chargers. Unfortunately, that does mean that I'm gonna have to put up. It does mean I have to put up with Saudi Raider over here. They're unfortunately. Yeah, that's why that's why I decided to call him. Deal with it. Oh, so there's the oh yeah there. So now we can officially get things underway. Chargers will get a second attempt at a full 60 minutes. This time there is no pass interference of any kind and no bathroom interference. Maybe there might be a weather interference though. What? Oh, well, this time it is actually good. I don't get what kind of penalty that was supposed to be. Like, really? Somebody, I guess somebody moved on a commander and then they elected. Didn't know you could have a penalty like that where you could redo the kickoff. It's weird. But, well, on the plus side, maybe this will be a. I selected this one because I figured it'd be more of a decent game. Hopefully. And I'm doing it through the iPad because local networks. So here's 3rd and 2. Herbert. He's just gonna run himself for the first. He's got the room. He's running. He's off to the distance. And he's finally tackled inside the 30. What a run from the franchise QB. Everyone's so focused on the passing game, they forgot about the fact that the quarterbacks can run now. If it weren't for that one guy, he's off. Herbert's off to get a touchdown. And now Herbert's gonna roll his right, take the quick one for the first for Quentin Johnston. I'm pretty sure that's Quentin. I think. And isn't it crazy that a you know, have you ever played fantasy where you come across an auto coast, which is basically an opponent who does absolutely nothing for the entire season? Well, now I can properly display the flag. It's a false start. Yeah, that'll do it. So now that's a 1st and 15. You normally don't see. I usually don't see receivers getting called for false start, but it can happen. Such as there's a false start everyone but the center that happens every once in a while. That they managed to get the yardage back and then some. To set something more manageable. Hey. Feels like typical NFL goodness to me. Don't know what to expect. Not great red zone though. And so. And we got our first timeout called by the Chargers. Okay then. Not exactly the most opportune time. Second and 7. Handoff. Makes it a more manageable third down. Remember, it's early in the game, so there's no rush to get a touchdown. You just have to be careful to not give the ball to the opponent. Herbert is finally going to get rid of it for the end zone. Incomplete. Oh, that ain't exactly what you want. So now, Cameron Digger, who's been perfect on field goals so far, can he keep it alive on a chip shot? Yes, he can. And the Chargers will. Wait, hold on, there's a flag. Offsides for a first down. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's gonna do it. Yeah. Dude went offsides like he thought. Dude went offsides just as a question of, hey, yeah, you want to go out for dinner after this? Now they could potentially go for a touchdown. Hand off on first down. Gets down to about 2, maybe 3 yard line. Also, if you know, take a look at how the Chargers handled the logo on their helmets. Underneath the logo is the player's number. So they do put something on there to help fill out some space. So they ain't unfounded. But there's your shot for the end zone. What could have just been a field goal ends up being a Lad McConkey touchdown. You want to talk about how to capitalize on an offside penalty? They need a bit of fresh set of downs, make it more manageable. Just take the shot in the end zone. Now maybe Cameron Digger can actually get some points this time. And he actually manages to convert on the extra point. Well, that's one way for the Chargers to strike first. Ugh. Then they're just gonna roll on just on commercials. Oh yeah, by the way, in the case of wonkiness of the NFL, the Vikings end up with a bye after playing 2 straight games in London. The Browns have to stick it out and not get a one bye till week 9. God gives Cleveland its toughest battles. They're really trying to advertise all state to protect yourself from an idiot trying to take some kid's candy. Or cotton candy at that. That's what you're gonna use for an ad? Oh yeah, I definitely would want to make sure Adam Levine and his phony band puts itself into a situation. You know what would be interesting if I were to try to play something while this is going on, try to multitask? Think I should do that? It's probably ill advised though, because there's a bunch of stuff running off the internet right now. Who even knows? I'll have plenty of time. I'll be alright. As long as I don't do anything that interferes, I'm good. So now the Commanders, under Marcus Mariota, is going to get the chance. No, Jane Daniels, unfortunately, he's hurt. And it's going to be a little bit longer before he can actually come back out to play. Wait, that is Daniels out there? That's Jaden Daniels out there? He's actually able to play? Thought he was still a little hurt, banged up. I guess they really want to win this game, huh? Maybe recovery went better than expected? He just needs to not pull an RG3. That's the thing. I would not rush him back out there this soon. He still needs some healing right now. Third and 4. Daniels just throws it. Incomplete. Why it's Jaden Daniels out there right now? Man, you're not using Matt Ryan. That's going all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Jeez. Damn, what? What the hell are you thinking? At least Kevin O'Connell had a bright idea of just doing a move for insurance purposes. They ended up going 2-1 in the process. Now they can see if JJ will be healthy after the bye. But anyway, I'm hoping that soon I'll be able to finally get this fan replaced. Especially since the light won't turn off the way it's supposed to. They do know all those highlights are from their time in San Diego, right? Like, how are you supposed to go with Los Angeles in the actual thing? Uh, uh, I don't know. Herbert! Well, good to know that Marion and Hampton can still get on the action. Oh yeah, I got Quentin Johnston on my team right now. Should make sure that's doing well for me. Oh, not exactly the kind of play you want. Ravens even got -4. Wow. Now 3rd and 6. Herbert throws it at Scott for the first. Running and running and running and running and out of bounds. Seriously, does anybody know how to tackle? Moves. I can definitely see how the moves are being made. Oh yeah, they're showing the total for Keenan Allen. Five total yards off of one drive for Commanders. Jeez. Hurt throws Scott. No, his feet. Definitely trying to make sure that they prove to me that they can actually be opponents outside their division. I mean, it's a bit early for these kind of stats, but still. And oh, they try to pull some trickery, and that's gonna be given a first. That is some trickery right there. Oh no, they're gonna mark him short. Still be a regular run on 2nd down, and it's good for the first. There's a penalty flag. And it's gonna come back with a false start on the Chargers. Penalties have been a major issue. And more whistles. Uh, Harball? Jim? You okay, man? Well then. Somebody better get something together. Of course, it doesn't matter. A player messes up when it leads to a punt. Well, right. He managed. Well, he managed to get it out in time, and there was a receiver in the area. They went to try to go catch it. That time, Bird will be pointless. I don't get what the Chargers were doing with those timeouts. And there's a sack on Herbert. Now it's going to be lined up for a 55-yard attempt for Carson Digger. On a 4th and 11. Snaps up. It's down the middle. It's good from 55. Chargers lead 10-0. And the Bengals continue to still be the Bengals. Oh yeah, it's the baseball playoffs going on right now. Let's make a drama about being a doctor. Yeah. Jane Daniels went to high school in San Bernardino. And they're showing his mother, apparently. Two bye weeks in football. The week off and a week your team plays the Titans. And we get penalty flag. Wonder what it is about. Personal foul against the Commanders. So that's gonna push back the ball position, which makes which I think I would say after this is the goal or something like that, or 15 yards from spot foul, whichever it was. I definitely need to get something to drain that with my voice a little bit. Definitely. I'll take care of that as soon as it goes on break again. At maybe the most convenient break possible. We'll see. Second and 3 for the Commanders. Hand off. Good for the first. Gonna get free of the tackle. If he managed to get free of the tackle, he had a lot of open room. Cliff Kingsbury is in a role better suited for him because he calls offense. He's not good for defense. He's only known for his offense. He's only known for air raiding it. Well, I don't think he's really air raiding it. Due to the playbook he's given. But apparently Lions managed to get on the board. Seahawks be trolling too. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. And the clock winds down. Third and 9. Daniels is going to scramble out to his left and run himself. And that might lead it down to the end of the first quarter, I think. Unless this punt here gets out in time. They're definitely going to drain as much clock as possible before the end of the quarter. I've never seen the clock be this linked up. Yep, this punt's going to go off. And that's going to do it for the first quarter here. And we end the first quarter on a punt. Chargers get the ball to start the second quarter. And they lead 10-0. And I think Farina's at my door. Yep, I got it. Farina's at my door. So I can't get myself anything to drink just yet. Because Farina's going to try to get in first chance she gets. I could definitely see it coming. I know my cat well enough to know the moment I open the door enough to where I leave room for her to get in, she's gonna get in. Even when it doesn't look like there's enough room for her to get in, she'll still try to get in. So how my cat is. So I know how she is. And apparently Eric Collins was calling Dolphins Panthers like it was the Super Bowl. He's in! Panthers win the Super Bowl! Would be hilarious. But the Jets are the lone team who have yet to win a game. Up. On behalf of the coaches. What? Man, we came here to win a game. And I can't tell you, and I know on behalf of the coaches and ownership, everyone else, how proud we are of the way you played today. When you play a team like that, it's never going to be perfect. But man, not once did we flinch. And that's what you have to do to be a team like that. You did it. Wow. Imagine if the fire alarm went off in that circumstance. Anyways, we're back for quarter number 2. Chargers starting their next drive. They gotta try to make it to the other side of the street. Because it's Los Angeles, it's a glorified Commanders home game. Seahawks defense ain't looking too hot against the Bucks. Anyway, 3rd and 3 for the Chargers. Where are they marking them? Uh, barely. And we got a man down. Whoop-de-doo. Everybody's favorite part. How lovely. But now Blake can continue on a fresh set of downs. Second and 6, Herbert throws it. Well, he gets the first for Marion Hampton. Sorry about that. I just wanted to get that out. Herbert's going to be sacked. That's the second one of the game. Second 15, escape, throws it, cut. Short of the first down marker. Vermaconky. It's a McConkey. Maybe he's the good variation of the McCaskies. Who's actually able to make something good happen. Speaking of making something good happen, they managed to get a fresh set of downs. Once again. I'll have to make sure Brian's at my door. I'm gonna go get something. Probably about halftime. Make sure my voice is all fresh and up and ready for the second half. Gotta make sure everything's all freshened up and ready to go. And I need to do something about my lip here. Because I keep feeling a little sore spot. And I can't seem to figure out what I need to do to make it feel better. But you're second and 8. Cut! Oh no! That's Washington football! Well, it's still gonna be subject to review, but oh my goodness! What an unfortunate time to have it happen! Got knocked out of his hands from the helmet! It was the helmet that knocked it out of his hands! Wonderful! You know what this means? This game, don't know who you were, but you fucked the ball!
You blew it!
Gee, I never thought I'd see that happen. Monster menu of garbage. You know it's Halloween season. We gotta make our menu items garbage. Even more garbage than what people think they are. We must capitalize on the holiday season and sell everybody on everything. We need as much money as possible. You know it is. And now, here we go again. See if we can be more consistent this time. Get it? Daniels can't escape from the sack. I think he's been. I think he was rushed out too soon. I think. I think he's being rushed out there too soon. They should have stuck with Mariota for a little bit longer. That one was incomplete. Really? He's our He's already starting. He's already now starting to show signs that you could end up becoming the next RG3. That's not what you want, guys. And we already get. And here's comes the penalties. Oh, that was an interest. That was interesting. Now it's 3rd and 16. I want to see if I can look up the penalty. They didn't even need to hold that in. He held it in. Wow. Man, it's not something you'd expect to see happen. Whoa, wow, 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 wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, yeah. Throughout the weekend, I've been playing through Mario Galaxy 2 on Switch too. Been pretty much the same old Galaxy E2 everybody knows and loves. Daniel's just taking himself in slides. For first. Trying to take the quick route. Man, my English is slurring up a little. Oh, they had to show that, huh? They had to show it because the one of the commentators is Saudi Raider. Well, there's yourself a play for Debo Samuel, who's actually starting to get something going. Or do I keep forgetting there's like nationality things on the helmets. Oh, trying to pull off some trickery on 1st and 10, and it's gonna be stopped short. Dan Camp, not Dan Camp. Dan Quinn was like, "Oh, you want to pull some trickery on me? I'm gonna pull some trickery on you." Forget helmets can display a nationality of a person if they're allowed to. That is, I forget about that sometimes. It's usually not something you'd see on a helmet. And it's good for the first. He's got the room. He's in to the end zone. And capitalization inbound as the Commanders are on the board. This is more of a game I was expecting. And it is a one-score game. Oh, oh, Yankees. Oh, Yankees. Horrible day for Cowboys fans. Brother, you won. Brother, the Cowboys won. Yankees Steelers getting humiliated by Canada. Oh, I get it. For anyone that doesn't remember, there was a time a few years ago where Matt Canada was the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers. But, but it's a question of if the Blue Jays can hold on. Yeah, Blue Jays, Grand Slam. They'll definitely showcase it. So much hilarity stuff going on. Dude, you're trying to do way too much. Stick to one particular thing, man. What kind of hat is Jim wearing? Anyway, here's the quick one on 2nd and 7. It's going to be short of the first. Apparently, what happened was the first ever playoff grand slam in Blue Jays history. And all it took was for everything to line up in the Blue Jays in the Blue Jays hands to get one particular player. What kind of world are we living in? And we have the 2-minute warning here. Maybe I'll be able to get out of my room, go on halftime. Who else was Vladdy to make it 11-0? Is it time for our manager to come out yet? Is it? Must be. Our manager! What year edition are we at again? Was last year the 2025 one? Was it? I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe this year is Over Manager 2026. I've lost count at this point because I didn't pay much attention to it. It's Over Manager! Oh yeah, you ready to play it, folks? It'll come out sooner than you think. It's Over Manager! I had to do it. Probably that time of the year anyway. It is October. So here we are, 2-minute warning. Alright, managed to get it out, but it's still gonna be behind the line of scrimmage. So it'll still be a loss. I can't tell if the Chargers are starting to get conservative or what. Can't really tell. And they probably can't tell by the chair what's going on. Maybe Jim Harbaugh's got early access to over manager this time around. Or maybe it was Dan Quinn who got it. Herbert finally takes advantage of the helping man. But it ain't gonna be enough. They're probably gonna have to punt it for the first time today. And apparently the Commanders have been using their timeouts. They've used their first already, and now they're on their second. Yeah, this approach has been going a lot better for timeouts. So I'm thinking of probably changing the format. I'll see what kind of format for it actually works. And there's a penalty flag already. Yeah, somebody jumped. So it's a false start. Ooh. I don't know what I did there. Well, the punt got out without any issues. And it's replaced. I think the font that's being used for the LA is actually not not that off. The A doesn't look that far off from the Anaheim Angels. No, I'm sorry, the Los Angeles Angels. Alright, Moreno can't do anything right. Really can't. Yeah, he thinks he's the solution to everything. He thinks he knows the solution to everything. He won't sell it until he's finally pressured. I know, I was doing number versus number. You ever want to say? Oh man, somebody actually he responded to because Scarlett's posting. We are putting belt to MS. Oh wow. Daniels overthrown. I'm just waiting to see how it goes here. I'm definitely gonna have to refresh my voice after this half. Definitely will have to. Halftime's usually a good time for a break. Has anyone else noticed that the AFC North has got it all wonky? Like the Steelers could legitimately win it by default at this rate, just for being more competent. Did you know that? It's 4th and 15 for the Commanders. It's definitely been a game, boys. It's definitely been a game. And all I can do is just go back and forth like this and hope something that warrants something ends up happening. Both only have one timeout in this half. Remember, Chargers used both the theirs way earlier. Well, there's a penalty flag. Wonder who this is gonna be against. They ended up going towards the house, but I think this might come back. Yeah, it's gonna. It's a. It's for roughing the kicker, I think. Yeah, it's Commanders football still. It's a roughing the kicker, so that negates the return for touchdown. So it's an automatic first for the Commanders. Daniels on 1st and 10 is going deep. Penalty flag again, but there it might have been a catch for McCaffrey. But what about the flag? That's a negate. That's did somebody use their final timeouts? Or what? What's going on? The Commanders used their final timeouts before the play. Oh boy. So now it's a first down. I guess the play stands. Timeout gets used afterwards? That is so confusing. This is just confusing, man. Just confusing. Daniels, on second and 10, throw that shot for the first. But they'll need to hurry and spike it if they want to chance at points. And they get spiked with 5 seconds left. What is this game? It's a 29-yard chip shot, and it's through the middle to tie the game up. They can thank the roughing the kicker for allowing this to happen. Chargers and down penalties. The lack of ability is insane. And the craziest part, Commanders get the ball to start the second half. So they might be able to take the lead afterwards. But let's see how it goes first. Kickoff. Ready to go. And there's going to be one last snap before the half. So they're most likely just going to take the knee and go in a half. So I'll just go ahead and mark it. That's it for the half. We're all tied up at 10 apiece. They're going to do their little halftime show thing. I need to go refresh my voice. Because, well, that was only a half. So we'll be back. Man. It has been a game, hasn't it? I'm actually a good bit behind. I don't know how far behind, but I am behind. See if I can. So it's still a halftime show or halftime report. Oh, the Yankees finally got some runs in, and it's the sixth inning. Hmm. I don't get why people do these kinds of ads. That was an ad for PNC. Is that what that was over about? The name for PNC Bank? Oof. Ads are getting so addy, it's like I'm hearing ads. I'm surprised my mic can pick up my voice from this far away. Unless, of course, it's because of noise cancellation stuff. You see, to only be focusing on my voice right now, it has to be something in the mic to actually be able to pick it up. Hmm. Wonder what that could be. I'm more surprised. I can be like so far away it somehow picks it up. I guess it depends on the location of it. Maybe? I have no clue. No clue at all. Maybe my mic is just built differently than what I thought. Oh, we might actually be back for the second half, huh? I should be getting back in camera for this, shouldn't I? Should be getting back in it, shouldn't I? Alright. We'll finish this game up. We'll do it. Ah, ah, ah. Ain't gonna be pretty, but it's gonna have to do. And once again, we're gonna be seeing Saudi Raider make some stupid statements. The more he does this stuff, and stretching himself thin, the more he's screwing himself over. And he's already screwed himself over by, well, you know. But we'll see how this second half is. I'll, if I find a better font, I'll tinker it for the London game next week. But for now, it's Commanders football to kick off this second half. So now we get to see the start of our first drive in the second half. I really should have this different kind of volume. But I'm just too concerned it's going to be picked up on the mic. There's been weird things that can happen. Weird things. All kinds of weird things. You know what I mean? Being I'm wearing a hockey shirt because hockey season for the NHL starts back tomorrow. Hey, you. I don't know what I was just talking about there. I have no idea. Too many men on the field against the defense. They caught him on the sub. Wow. They got they threw it because of a sub not being subbed in time. Jeez. Another penalty flag. Anybody remember when refs were MVPs? This is another case. It's already flag football. Holding, defensive holding, but it's declined for a first down. Defense, what is defense? Yeah. Use 3 to cut lead down to 42. 2-run home run to bring the Yankees within 10. Man, the jokes never end. The jokes never end. And by the way, Commanders are closing in to the end zone. So I'll need to start paying closer attention. Some weirdness. So let's see if they can actually see if we can actually see a play this time. Well, there is one for first. First and 10. Daniels gets it off. And another good for first, and they're right there. They're right at striking distance. Look out. Don't worry, fan. You're still good. You'll always still be good. And there's gonna be a timeout called. Must not have liked what they were dealing with. And now, here we go. And there's a trip into the end zone. And the Commanders are now going to take the lead. Oh, come on. There it is. Commanders. Jeez. The Commanders take the lead. Using a running route. That's right, everybody. Running backs are still relevant in the league. You just don't know where to find them. Yes, running backs are still relevant. Thanks for asking. That's 17 straight that have gone without an answer. And not mean for that to be clicked. Wow. An ad for Chat GPT. We're gonna promote AI, but we're not gonna let our players use AI. Think of the children, guys. It's like promoting gambling, but we don't want our own players gambling. Think of the children. Nothing makes sense. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sure, there'd be advertising in Las Vegas. Didn't Vegas lose today to Daniel Jones? I'm definitely having to rub it in. Mm. Here's a return. Yeah, that's right. Chucky boy. Ended up passing away. I mean, not. I don't remember if I've ever heard any of his games or not, but I'm sure there are people with fond memories of him. Anyway, Cousin Herbert got sacked again. It's like last week. It's like I was justified in saying something about last week. They need to prove to me that they can win games like this. The Giants are an embarrassment to lose to. And oh, there's a pass to get a first. All right then, it works. And it gets called back for offensive holding. Oops. That just. Well. So much for that first down. Man, the Chargers are being so undisciplined right now. So now it's 2nd and 28. Dear God. Another penalty flag is down. Wonder what this is. It's a false start. Oh, legal formation. It's now 2nd and 33. Yes, 2nd and 33. Chargers fans must be livid right now. They absolutely must be livid right now. They have to. I'm hoping none of his audio is picking up. Hopefully. Been having to adjust it a couple times. On a 3rd and 29, that's going to force a punt. The Chargers keep getting in their own damn way. There's no question about it. And now there's going to be decent field position for the Commanders. I mean, for my pit predictions, and that's kind of good. But for fantasy, it also ain't good. It's a double-edged sword. Massive double-edged sword. Or as long as Johnston is able to get some points, I'll be safe. And oh boy. Oh boy, they ain't good for the Cardinals. Jeez, Seahawks, what are you doing on defense? Let me see if I can see a replay of it. Probably need to disable Wi-Fi for it. What the? What? Oh, what? There's an impressive run. Jesus. I wouldn't be surprised if he got concussed from that piss missile of a snap. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he was the first player in NFL history to get concussion from a football. Oh, there's a fire shot for the end zone. Incomplete. Jeez, it got so sidetracked over the Kyler Murray injury. It's like you, it, no, normally with injuries, you know they suck, but But sometimes you gotta look at circumstances too. If the circumstances really was like that fall to the face thing, I was like, I see that and I'm like, you gotta be flipping kidding me. Of all the things he could get injured from, and we gotta delay a game penalty. What is discipline? Am I right, guys? Daniel throws for the end zone again, incomplete. So you're gonna be wondering if they try to go for the chip shots. Or just, but maybe not a chip shot, but at least take the points. This one is a 36 yarder for Mac A. Down the middle. And another penalty flag. What the heck? It's with these penalties. Okay, it was offsides. They took the points. Man, look at this. In 3 games without Joe Burrow, the Bengals have been outscored 104-16. Their only touchdown that span came off early by 45 in week 3 against the Vikings. Well, I'm gonna have to start looking. Well, I'm probably gonna have to drop Purdy. It's looking like I'm gonna have to drop Purdy to make room for Daniel Jones. And I'm probably gonna have to go get another defense because Seahawks. Defense is kind of starting to fall apart. Let me check and see where things are standing. In the currently active. Oh dear, yeah, the Lions have committed the worst atrocity possible. Don't they know what happens? Don't they know what happens? And who saw Seahawks being a shootout like this? What is defense? Seriously, what is defense? Just crazy to think. Well, the Chargers are finally getting a chance to move down the field. Now that they aren't getting in their own way. Could you imagine giving up 104 points in 3 games with more to come? Truly the Bungles. Meanwhile, Justin Herbert managed to pull off a big run. Chargers finally getting down the field. But, knees down before he throws it. 4th and 2, and Harbaugh's going for it. Incomplete, turnover on down. Yeah, you want to go aggressive there, but you don't know what you just done. Second down and 8. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That could have been bad. I didn't want to hear that. That's gonna cause some issues. Forgot about that. Oops. I just want to view some scorebooks. Jeez, I didn't want to hear about it. Dang, man. That's definitely not gonna bode well for validity of this stream. We accidentally had some audio leak. We'll see what the Commanders do here. Of course, they're advertising college football right now. I'll never understand why they put some of the big games at noon instead of towards the end of the day. Not right at night, but towards the end. At least more of an evening spot. I don't get it. Daniels fly was thrown in caught for the first. Zoom, zoom, yeah, zoom, zoom. Well, at least the Seahawks defense is actually bouncing back. People are surprised Chargers can't get out of their own way. People are that surprised. But we have reached the end of the third quarter, which means congratulations, Chargers. You're actually going to get in a full 60 minutes. Hooray! Where's their advertising? Something about Bruce Springsteen. No, we're here for the fourth quarter. I'm likely gonna drop Purdy. Kind of been injury prone for me. Oh, what's going on here? That, that fumble? And the Chargers have it? What the heck? Wow. Then we had another turnover. Well then, Commanders. Things are turning around a little bit because you're fucked about.
You blew it!
So now the Chargers are actually gonna get a chance. All that about Chargers thinking maybe on offense as far as things have been. Herbert on second A gets it out to somebody. Let me see how we're looking in terms of everybody's scores. Well, the Seahawks are leading right now, but there's not much time. But there's still a chance for Tampa Bay to come score again. Jamar Chase at least actually managed to get some points. Cardinals, Titans being Cardinals, Titans. Herbert on 3rd and 6. Prescott. Keenan Allen's being reliable. I'm trying to avoid having audio close to the. Jeez, man. Dude! Wow. Dimmer Chicano slows down the fumbles the ball for the Thanksgiving chance. Jeez. What are you doing? That's gonna be how the Titans come back and win, isn't it? What a lol cow. Oh, wow. The Chargers actually made it to the red zone. I was more focused on that little incident with the Cardinals. Well, at least they're right there in striking distance to finally get back on the board. Incomplete. I think he was wanting a pass interference. He's not gonna get it. Second and goal. Can the Chargers actually punch it in? They're gonna be stopped again. Yeah, people are ahead of me right now. But I still need to see what happens for myself. Here on third and goal. Herbert throws it. Intercepted. And apparently there's a tweet saying Ed Oliver's down. Matt Milano now up. And I don't know what was being thought there. And right as an opportunity is shown to present itself, another costly turnover occurs. Right there at the goal line. Right at the goal line. It's Dak Kurtz's score, I tell you. It's Dak Kurtz's score. And there's officially going to count it here. So, Justin Herbert You fucked up.
You blew it!
That's how many times have I had to use that graphic now? And it's officially at the 1 yard line. So they can give up a safety now. Or get close to the first down marker and the helmet comes loose. Oh man, even Scott Hansen of all people. And lovely. Bucks can get another field goal. To win another game. They have to return. They have to understand that Todd Bowles is still the head coach. And he's getting bailed out of his own incompetence again. He's getting bailed out of his own incompetence. There will come a point in time where it costs him. And that point in time, it's apparently going to be a false start against the Commanders. But still, Todd Bowles is still the head coach of the Buccaneers. He's being bailed out of his own incompetence. More penalty flags. They surely love them. There's a separate holding call that got accepted against Larry Tunsil. Anyone remember him? Oh, Daniels managed to get his way out. But there's another penalty flag. Penalty against the Chargers. And I'm wearing Hamptons in for the locker room. Wow. You hate to see it. You really hate to see it. Jeez, picked, fumbled, and a touchdown. Oh, it's an ankle for him. Jeez. This lady game is drunk. What? Jesus. And of course, it's come out another game-winning field goal for the Bucks. More penalty flags. Todd Bowles continues to get bailed out, and there's an illegal formation against the Commanders. More penalty flags. Jeez, how many of these penalties are we gonna get? Pass interference on the Chargers. Can this game hurry up and be over already? Oh, there's a run for a first down. I think they're at 2-minute warning right now. I don't know. No, Chargers just no. It was actually Chargers using their first timeout. Oh, Chargers used their second timeout. Apparently, I haven't been paying attention, but not like it's gonna make much of a difference. And Chargers apparently used all three of their timeouts. I don't think using them now is gonna matter much. I guess the Commanders are gonna go for some more points to truly put this out of reach. But they're gonna have to waste a timeout here. Just to make sure they get playoff before the 2-minute warning. Or they're gonna advertise the built in America thing. That seems to be the main thing people want to focus on. Blue Jays has pretty much dominated the first two games against the Yankees. They win one more, they take the series. You know how crazy that is? 13-7, the final score for that baseball game. It's like the more the Bucks get a, get away with what they do because of their opponent becoming more incompetent, or because the talent shows up right at the most convenient time. And there's a 2-minute warning. And with how Todd Bowles is, and how Mike Evans refuses to retire, and all this, the other stuff that's going on, that's built up, I'm starting to more and more not like the Buccaneers. Not to where I flat out hate them, but in terms of me just not liking them. The Titans could actually win. No. Oh, Jesus. Well, at this point, the Commanders are pretty much going to win. Oh yeah, Commanders used a third and final timeout. Fourth and 7, and it's a touchdown for the Commanders. Well, this game is pretty much, it was already outraged before. They just added on. Giants won. You serious? This crapshoot. That is Brian Callahan actually got a win. Talk about losing a war. This week is a joke. At least I'll get this particular game right. The Chargers had so many miscues. That they couldn't score outside the first half. More sacks. Game's already over at this point. They ain't gonna even bother getting another playoff. And that's gonna. Do they have to respot the ball? Chargers think they have a legitimate shot. Really? They really think they got a legitimate shot down by 17? The most they can do is just lessen the spread. And they have to do it right on this particular play. And there's 5 seconds left. What's the point? You lost. Well, he just has safety. And it's gonna be the final play of the game. Just lie down and take this loss like a champ. Take it like a champ. Get out of here. You didn't deserve to be here, Chargers. Now we get the final score 27-10. Commanders win. They'll have a shot to get ahead in the division. Wonder how this is gonna go for them. And of course, it cuts over to that. When I'm pretty much through with the game. And that's all there is from me. Thank you all so much for tuning in to this crapshoot. Hopefully next week for week 6, that London game will be somewhat better. Until next time, travel safely. Have fun, everyone.